What's going on, guys, and welcome to my new Sorare Road to Glory. This is a series where we're starting with £25 to invest in limiteds, and we're going to basically work our way through the semi-pro divisions and likely cap 220, just try and win rewards, build a balance, and hopefully move into rare cards eventually. So currently we own 7 limited cards, 5 of which are from main leagues and will allow us to build semi-pro lineups. So we're just going to quickly run through the lineups today. If you guys enjoy um, potentially this series, leave a like, leave a comment on lineup suggestions, players you think I should sell and bring in, and just let me know if you enjoy it because I'll try and bring out an episode after each game week with rewards and results, if we get any rewards that is, and then an episode just before each deadline probably, just to show you the teams. Um, but anyway, the Serie A semi-pro, quite torn on the goalkeeper, and we've lost connection. Right, 2 seconds. Well, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I am quite torn on the goalkeepers, and you'll see why in a second. Just gonna quickly look at forwards because this man's definitely going in, and I may as well throw in Hisaj, Hisaj. I think it's Hisaj. Because obviously he has to go in. He's my limited card. And he's going to get the 50% captain bonus. Um, so the reason I'm talking about the goalkeeper is I also own Pierre Kalulu, and if Milan keep a clean sheet and I have him as my extra with the Milan goalkeeper whose name I'm not going to attempt to pronounce, it could be really beneficial. But I do have that in my amateur, which is why I'm more like leaning towards a bit of a less risky lineup, I want to say, because obviously Q Miners is he's gonna return around 50 points minimum. Probably won't now I've said that, but 47 is L15, so let's say we're gonna get 47 from him. Whereas if Milan don't have a great defensive game away from home, um, there could be lows for him and the goalkeeper. So it eliminates a bit of the risk, and Murray is a better pick anyway because Napoli are better defensively. Napoli are just the best team in this league by a mile. Um, and looking at extras, there's no one else I think I would rather have in. Um, Udoga is just not a good pick this week. Unreal player though. Hoyland could be good. I'm just pretty concerned about if he doesn't get a decisive, his scores aren't really that great. So this is probably the Serie A lineup I'll go for. Let me know if you guys think I should change anything in that, but we'll stick with that for now. So the French league, League 1. Feeling pretty confident with this team. Goalkeeper again, it's a bit hit and miss, but this man goes in and does. I don't want him as my extra. I want him as just my midfielder. There we go. So this is my limited. It's got a low L15, but as you can see, some pretty decent scores in here. Guessing that one was a clean sheet game. Potentially this one, although Lens are a good side, so maybe not. But to be fair, Toulouse, Lyon, and Lens all really good sides, and he's getting 45s in there. Got a 68 against Angers, who are awful, so that's fine. But this was horrific against Montpellier. I think the team actually lost 3-0, and he conceded an own goal and gave away a penalty, I think. So he didn't actually DNP, he just fully scored a 0. Goalkeeper, it's hard. Obviously, these teams played each other last week. Was it last week? Yeah, yeah. Donnarumma actually scored more, even though he conceded 3 goals, and Nubel only conceded 1, which makes me want to lean towards Donnarumma. However, Lille are obviously a better side than Brest, and teams tend to score higher against Brest than they do Lille, probably because of how good like Jonathan David is. But I'm a bit torn because Donnarumma just scores better, even when they do concede. And PSG haven't actually been that good recently. They are conceding a lot of goals. I'm going to go with Nubel for now. So another one. This is one I'm going to leave to you guys if you want to help me choose in the comments. I'm kind of stuck between Arthur Tiata, I think is how you say it, Tiat, and Florian Balogun. Obviously, Balogun's in great form. Actually, recently had 100. He's just scoring all the time. Um, but I do think this is quite a favourable fixture. As you can see, they are quite a good defensive team. He is going to go in for now because he's probably who I would go for. But if you guys think I should risk it and go for Balogun in there, then let me know down below, and that might get changed just before the deadline tomorrow. So this is another team I'm feeling pretty good about. Ter Stegen against Cadiz has to go in. He's so good, and Barcelona are just unbelievable defensively. Parejo goes in, not been scoring his best, but still doing good enough for me. And this man goes in straight away as well. Two really good scores in his last games. I think he got a goal and assist last time out. I had him as captain in my amateur. Pretty favourable fixture. Betis are a pretty good team, and Canales is he's so good. Pretty sure he might take quite a few set pieces for them as well. Forward is see, I just don't think Sorloth has the same kind of ceiling as Lewandowski, and Celta Vigo are having the best year, but I do think they're a better team than Cadiz. Barcelona could score a lot more goals, and if they do, Lewandowski is going to be involved. So we'll put him in, and obviously I need this man. So La Liga is quite a self-building team, really. If we see who we actually click on it, should see who we actually have left. Rudiger, Real Madrid are in the best defensive form. Don't know whether that must be a DMP because I'm pretty sure they won that 4-0. Um, so I don't know why I didn't play that. Maybe just because it was a midweek game. But yeah, we'll have to have a look at that. Maybe he's injured or something. So definitely leave him out. The only other option I could see reasonable is Pablo Maffeo. He's a pretty good scorer and he's like a double defensive stack with Rayo, who I have here. But I think Canales is just too good to leave out, especially with such a favourable fixture. So we'll definitely stick with him for now. But I can't see this changing. The only thing I would change is maybe putting Maffeo in, but I just don't think the fixture's good enough to bring him in when they're against Villarreal. So we'll stick with this. So we're here with the Bundesliga. My biggest mistake of last game week. This man here, he scored 1 point. Half time, he was on 40. With the captaincy bonus, he was on 60. I think I finished about 40 points off a reward. So you could say it was down to him scoring a 1. And Hradecki conceded. That game actually finished 3-1. So he lost me quite a few points as well. But these two have to go in because my other goalkeeper is a non-playing goalkeeper. That was a bit of a mistake on my part. I think I'm going to go for both midfield as well because I'm in a position where both these strikers could get a decisive. And you'd actually probably say this week alone, Kramaric is more inclined to get one, but he's up against my defender, so I don't want to be rooting for a Kramaric goal when I need a Gumney clean sheet, probably more importantly. So I'm going to throw Silver in. Koi Takura is unbelievable player, such a good scorer, but they're up against Bayern. They could potentially beat Bayern Munich, but I just can't justify putting him in when these two also look very good. Gumney has to be captain, obviously. Don't know what happened with Grifo. I think he's spent a little bit of time injured, but he is on penalties. He's just a good decisive player. If he's back fit, he's one of the key parts of this Freiburg team, and he's going to get some goals and assists. And Julian Brandt just looks really good at the minute, in some really good form, and Dortmund are in really good form as well. As a Chelsea fan, I witnessed that last night. So that'll be the Bundesliga team. Again, nothing really I would change. The only thing you could potentially say is Kramaric in and just kind of write Gumney off because Augsburg aren't the best team, but neither are Hoffenheim this season either. So we'll stick with that for now. If you guys think Silver should be dropped for Kramaric, then let me know. But I think I'm pretty happy with this. And last but not least is the Premier League. This man has to go in. It's probably a bad buy on my part. I overpaid for him, I think. He's kind of on a slight decline. But he gets pretty good scores. We've had basically 50 in the last three. See, this was against Liverpool, so it's a pretty impressive score. And Leeds, teams do tend to dominate them in the midfield. Everton look really good, especially at home. Um, Sean Dyche is definitely changing this team around, so hopefully he gets a good score. And if his price does go up after this week, I'd be really happy to move on from him. If I can break even, I'll make a little bit of profit. Um, because he takes up quite a big bit of my budget, and he's not actually that good. Um, I thought he was gonna be. I thought he was gonna get higher scores in this little run that they've got under new management. I thought they were going to dominate the midfield a bit more, but he does get pretty good tackles and interceptions, so I'm happy with him. Hopefully, he can do that against Leeds. Kepa goes in, and James goes in. I'm a Chelsea fan, and I think Southampton's such a good fixture. We're pretty good defensively. Only conceded one in these last two here, as you can see, and then that was three clean sheets. That was a clean sheet. It's not really good AA for James, but he came off just before the clean sheet bonus, I'm pretty sure. And then these were two 1-0 losses where you can see he's played pretty good. He looks pretty dangerous against Dortmund as well. Um, De Bruyne goes in. It's such a good fixture. He just demonstrated pure class last night against Arsenal as well, a goal and assist. So that's quite self-explanatory. I think Rashford just goes in. He's very decisive, reliant, but it's only the same as Nketiah, and I prefer Rashford at home against Leicester than I do um, Arsenal away at Villa with recent form. So I think once again that team pretty much picks itself unless you want to drop James for Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw's pretty impressive as well, but I think Southampton's too good of a fixture. Also, I don't think they have a manager currently, and Chelsea really need to get a win on the board, and Reece James is just unbelievable. So that's the Premier League team. So that's all my semi-pro teams for this week. If you guys have enjoyed the lineup builders, leave some comments. Let me know what players you think should be in the teams. Who should I drop? And just let me know if you enjoyed it, because we'll bring out a review after the game week. We'll have a look through the teams, see how we did, see what we need to change for next week. Maybe change the drafts around, and then that'll probably be out Monday or Tuesday, and then again next Thursday or Friday before deadline. Um, we'll get another a lineup builder episode out. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.